guys. It's actually worse than it looks because there's a whole bottom layer that you can't see. But let's get into this haul. Riley made the mistake of sharing his birthday money with me, and I just don't know whoever told him to just let me go free into bookstores. 14 books. Some of these are gonna be in my March TBR. Obviously not all of them because that's just not realistic for me personally and my reading capabilities so far, but a good majority of them. Starting out strong, I got The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I love her first name, by the way. This was one of the pretty much only thrillers that I got. This is also about a husband and a wife, so I just thought it'd be easy for me to connect to that. Obviously not the like dying spouse part. Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. At 33 years old, she is named partner at her firm and life is going exactly how she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband, Adam. He is a struggling writer who has had little success in his career. He begins to tire of his and Sarah's relationship as she is constantly working. Out in the secluded woods at Adam and Sarah's second home, Adam engages in a passionate affair with Kelly Summers. Then, one morning, everything changes. Adam is arrested for Kelly's murder. Sarah finds herself playing the defender for her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. But is Adam guilty or is he innocent? We love to see the cheaters get what they deserve. Next, I picked up Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I have been seeing this all over the place. What a cute cover, first of all. But I've heard really good things in the fact that this does not come across as cute and cuddly as the cover looks. And I'm not gonna lie to anybody, I'm a sucker for some good spice. The spice has to further the plot of the book. It can't just be like meaningless, like spicy scenes. So when I heard about this girl, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get her. This is my first hockey romance I've ever picked up. I have not done any sports romances at all. I just didn't think I'd be that into it, but spoiler alert, also I read this. These are the only two, by the way. I loved this, okay? So if you don't know anything about Icebreaker, Anastasia Allen has worked her entire life for a shot at Team USA. It looks like everything is going according to plan when she gets a full scholarship to the University of California and lands a place on their competitive figure skating team. Nothing will stand in her way, not even the captain of the hockey team, Nate Hawkins. When I tell you that he is my new favorite male in any book that I've ever read, Nate's focus as team captain is on keeping his team on the ice. It's tricky when a facilities mishap means that they are forced to share a rink with the figure skating team, including Anastasia, who clearly can't stand him. Sparks fly, but Anastasia isn't worried because she could never like a hockey player, right? I loved this, okay? If there's any book that you pick up in this entire haul, let me just go ahead and say it's gotta be this one, okay? And you come back to me and you tell me, Maleah, you really did it there. Judging by like my 3 annotation tabs, you can tell that I have started reading this book. I also picked up The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is book 1 in her 3-book Dreamland series. I've heard nothing but good things about this series for so long, and I don't know why, but it's taken me over a year to pick up the first book, and I have to say it has not disappointed. I'm about 80% through with this book. All these books are about 3 brothers. Each brother has their own book. This one's about Rowan, the youngest brother. People like me don't get happy endings, not when we're destined to ruin them. I don't know about you, I don't know if you've read or gotten into reading or you're wanting to get into reading, but my favorite trope or like premise for a book is like billionaire, nobody can have you but me, like I don't know, don't judge me, I don't know. That is basically The Fine Print or Twisted Love. That's another series we'll be talking about soon. But I have just been eating this up. Rowan is just so perfect and so sweet, and when Zara does find out like the secret like it says, it's just so it's just so good, and make him become a better version of himself for her. Like if you want to have her, you gotta step it up, and I just love that so freaking much. So needless to say, I've been eating this up. If there's one thing you learn today, it is that you need to be reading these books. I picked up the first one last reading month. It was, oh, I ate it up. It was so good. Like literally one day done. I get skeptical when I'm starting reading series, so I didn't buy all these books at once. I should have. Do not for a second think that you should not invest in all 4 of these books. Maybe I won't like the first one. Maybe I won't like the second one. Get them all immediately. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. Not gonna lie to anybody. These are spicy. If you are a like 50 Shades person, okay, I'm gonna say that's really book 1, but like, is it? If you're, I'm gonna take these stickers off while I'm talking about this because it is bothering me. The spice is just like, it's like that, okay? It's really good. It is very much for an adult person. However, furthers the plot. All these books are about one friend group. In the first book, it's kind of like a found family moment, okay? You get introduced to like everyone, and then as you read on, each book is about a certain couple from the previous book. These could be standalones, don't get me wrong, you don't have to have all of them to like understand each and every book, but I'd recommend. Not only are these romance books, they have really good subplots. Each character, if you haven't been able to pick up, has a past, has a secret, has damage, has something that you're slowly unraveling throughout the book, and I just love that. I love that there's an extra layer to it, and they're always just so, like, you never see them coming. I don't know how she does it, and it leads me astray every single time. The next book I have is Love in the Time of Serial Killers. I was seeing everyone just pick this up for the like cozy, like Halloween vibes of it all. So I thought this would be a cute little read. It's definitely one of the shorter ones I picked up, I think before the epilogue. All in all, this story is 330 pages. So that's like a little bit below my average for this year. I've been averaging about 423 pages every book. So this will be a cute little small read to go in between, a little palette cleanser, if you will. This book is by Alicia Thompson. I have not read anything by her, but I have seen nothing but good things on Goodreads from people who have read this book. PhD candidate Phoebe Walsh has always been obsessed with true crime. She's even analyzing the genre in her dissertation, if she can manage to finish writing it. It's hard to find the time while she spends the summer in Florida cleaning out her childhood home, dealing with her obnoxiously good-natured young brother, and grappling with the complicated feelings of mourning a father she hadn't had a relationship with for years. It doesn't help that she's low-key convinced that her new neighbor, Sam Jennings, is a serial killer. He may be dressed business casual by day, but at night he's clearly up to something. It's not long before Phoebe realizes that Sam might be something much scarier, a genuinely nice guy who can pierce her armor to reach her vulnerable heart. So I took this as a little bit of like a romance slash like mystery of, is he really a bad guy, or is it like it said, is he just something that would be scary to her as someone who's closed off to all romance of any kind. It seems like a cute little story. I love this cover. It is just the cutest thing in the world. I almost picked this up in February for like the whole Valentine's Day season also, and I saw a lot of people doing that then too, and that's kind of what sold me on it when it came around again on all my feeds and everyone was just raving about it. So I'm really excited to jump into this. I might possibly start reading it today. Not sure. The next book I picked up is a new release. It is Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I have one other Lynn Painter book and I haven't read it. It's just been sitting on my shelf. I'm really bad about that. I've been trying in my TBRs to incorporate about 2 to 3 books that have just been on my physical TBR for way too long. But when I saw this was a new release from her and just the cover was just so perfect, I don't know. I had to have this in my possession. So when I picked it up at Barnes, so when she came out with this one, it was kind of like, okay, I need to see what the hype is about with her writing and just why everyone is just eating everything up. This is another smaller read for me. This is even smaller than the Love and Time of Serial Killers. This is 289. This is 286 actually before that blog. So this is a really small read for me. And honestly, I might crack this open today. I keep saying that about a lot of these books. Like I keep selling myself on every book. But because this is a small one, I think it'll help me to not get in a reading slump after such big books. It is kind of strange for me to read like over 400 pages and just like keep doing it. This is another one of those books that I've been seeing all over my algorithms, Instagram, TikTok, it doesn't matter. This is The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I mean, get into that cover. Are you kidding me? I'm a big podcast person. So when I heard that the layout was even like them talking back and forth on the radio, I was like, okay, this is for me. On The X Talk, 2 exes will deliver relationship advice live on air. Their boss decides Shay and Dominic are the perfect co-hosts given how much they already despise each other. Their audience gets invested fast, and it's not long before The X Talk becomes a must-listen in Seattle and climbs podcast charts. So this is another enemies to lovers. I don't know, I feel like this trope is just really doing something for me. That's for you to decide, I guess. I know I said podcast earlier, I meant radio station, of course, duh. I think it's gonna be super cute and my new favorite standalone, honestly. I have a lot of series right now, so I just need one good little something. And I think this is promising. Next, I picked up By a Thread by Lucy Score. She has nothing to hide. On the front of the book, it says a grumpy boss romantic comedy. So we know what we're getting into. I have not read any Lucy Score books. I have Things We Never Got Over, and I really want to get into that series because I've heard wonderful things about that. That'll be in my TikTok favorites video. But I wanted to pick this up because I've heard really good things about this also. There's a dual perspective, as is a lot of these books. I feel like that's like my favorite thing ever. I do not like reading in third person at all. Don't accuse me of caring. She's nothing more than a puzzle to be solved. If I can get her to quit working here, I can finally peel away all those layers. Then I can forget all about this dancing, beer singing brunette. I don't know. I already have really good feelings about this. I don't know what it is. I think the enemies to lover bug really bit me. I have 4 more books, I promise. My camera battery's about to die. That's how long I've been sitting here talking about these. This is The Kiss Quotient. I have heard nothing but really good things about this book. This is also a newer book. This is by Helen Huang. I do not think there's any relation to my Twisted Love books. This is about Stella. She has Asperger's, yes. She's wanting her own little romance, and so she actually hires Michael Fan to be her little partner in this situation. I love the diversity in this book too. Not only just the neurodivergent sense, but also in like the race of the characters. I mean, clearly me and my husband are interracial. He is a cute little Asian king, so I was super excited when she said with the looks of a K-drama star. This next book is one that I've been searching for forever. I've been wanting to read this series. This is like a fantasy retelling of just like all of our favorite childhood villains from like Disney. She has the books Hooked, Scarred, Wretched, and then this one is Twisted. It can all be read as standalone, so I wasn't really looking to start off with Hooked. Obviously that one's about Captain Hook. Scarred is about Scar from Lion King. Wretched is the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz. And this one is about Jafar. So I thought this would be super cute. I love me some Jasmine growing up, and I like that in these retellings, it's about the villains and them getting their fair shot, their one love, their happy ending. So I'm really looking forward to diving into this. I feel like we have all seen this book. If you're like in any space of like the reading world, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, I feel like even Pinterest has a good like little book section that I flip through every now and then. I feel like this is just an OG in the TikTok raved about world. And then this one is just like sad and like kind of heavy topic books that I hear people always raving about. This cover is just like, I mean, it's giving. I feel like if anything, this is gonna be like the first book that I really annotate. I have not read a Friends to Strangers or possibly even Second Chance moment going on here. So I'm really excited. Like I said, I've heard nothing but just like, this book will destroy you type of thing. So I am very excited. I was definitely really looking for this cover too. There's like this cover and then the cover that's like this weird emo like girl sitting in a puddle looking at her hands. It's kind of like, what is going on? And I hate people on the front of covers of books, so I was gonna find this, whether the universe wanted me to or not. Last book, I just picked this up literally like 2 days ago. If anything, this is just gonna tell you that I really do like the fine print, like a lot. This is Terms and Conditions. It is the second book in the Dreamland series. This is about Declan, the oldest brother of the three. But what happens when our fake relationship bleeds into our real one? Falling in love was never an option, at least not for me. So I got a little snippet of Iris and Declan in the fine print. We've seen like a little bit of like Rowan picking up on something going on between the both of them that was like deeper than like, you know, their agreement to just like be kind of like a marriage of convenience type of thing. I was really excited to go ahead and pick up this book because I knew as soon as I done the fine print, I'm gonna need to jump into this just like I had to jump into Twisted Games right after Twisted Love. We have successfully gone through 14 books. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I sold you on any of these, let me know in the comments which one you're gonna go pick up or which one you think is gonna be the most interesting. I honestly, I mean, clearly I bought them, so I'm looking forward to all of them for different reasons. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you go pick up a Twisted Love book. I hope that you like them as much as I did, because girl, I'm literally going to implode if I have to tell you again to go pick them up. But I'll see you guys in the next video.